the zip up hoodie, no shirt under, really is like only acceptable for like fighters walking up, swimmers, walking to the pool,
hip hop dancers.
It's a great point. There's more now that we're naming it. There are more socially acceptable,
but none of them are Darius.
Well,
podcasters is not one.
Podcasters. Well, you just show up. And, and you go for it. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Whenever you find yourself listening to us. Mm-hmm. My name is Jesse Roberts, and I'm your host of NewWayStories. It's a comedy podcast where we talk about comedy, comic books, film. And it's a lot of fun, and I hope you have fun. I'm glad you're here along for the ride. With my co-pilot, with my co-pilot Darius Giles.
Hey there, I'm just in the co-pilot seat, waiting to see where we're gonna fly this jet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We don't know where we're going, but I'll let you know when we get there.
But I'll let you know when the landing gear comes down, if you know what I mean. I don't know what that means. It wasn't meant to mean anything.
And here's Al Green. And of course, Ben Salazar, our producer. It was pitched
and flight
to
attendant?
me. It is. Oh my gosh, who's calling me this hour? Russ, man. I'll turn my phone. I'll turn my phone off here in a second.
Someone's calling me from Trout Lake, Washington.
Trout Lake.
Oh, and someone's calling me.
No,
I'm getting a phone call too.
This is great podcast material here. Just talking about our phone calls. I did. So the city of Tieton is where Northtown has a second location, and they're talking about doing kind of a public access radio station for whatever reason they want to do that. And so, and my name somehow got thrown in the ring.
Yeah, it did.
As a potential, radio host.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, absolutely. Give me an hour, especially an hour a week or whatever. So NewWayStories might be going live on the airways. I don't know.
I'll only do it if it pays nothing.
Well, perfect. We got maybe, I don't know, a coffee chat or whatever. So I was just working out my my radio.
Your sultry radio
What do
voice.
I want my radio persona to be is really what I was trying to figure out.
But first you have to find a mic that really cuts out your nasal.
Well, Ben, I don't think that you needed to. We all hear it, and you don't have to
I edit
address it
every week.
That's a good point. I
created a filter, a plugin.
Did you really?
No, I have a preset thing.
Well, you should probably pass that along to anybody. Listen, you're not the first person that has to deal with it. You're probably the first person that has actually dealt with it, other than
your wife.
I don't really think your voice is that distinctively high or distinctively nasal. Ray Romano's voice is distinctively nasal.
There's a tinniness to it that oddly can cut through a crowd.
Yeah.
More than one person has lifted their head up from a cafe table and was like, I thought I heard you. This Sunday, I misunderstood when I was supposed to be working at cafe, and I saw Malia behind the machine, and I was like, oh, I'm here early. No big deal. I'll let her finish out her shift or whatever before the next service, thinking that Stone is switching to three services. Anyway, I got confused, and I'm just talking in the lobby.
I was confused too because I was like, I think he's supposed to be serving right now.
I was just talking in the lobby.
And he's asking me about services. I'm like, we're not going to 3 yet.
Yeah, I go, oh, that's. So then I go back, and I was like, am I supposed to be here right now? She's like, yes, you are. She's like, I heard you out there. I knew you were here, but I didn't know why you weren't here. I was like, I'm so sorry.
Wait, you volunteer to make coffee at Stone Church? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I sling
awesome.
lattes once a month in the cafe.
How long have you been doing that?
It's been, I don't know. It's been a good amount.
Yeah.
It's been about a year.
Yeah.
First of all, that's really cool because most people, it's funny when pastors are always they find people who have a profession and they try to relate it to a volunteer spot. And they're like, hey, You do this 40 hours a week and it's soul crushing. Why not do it for 4 hours on Sunday as well?
I do have to adjust my expectations of coffee a little bit. Mm-hmm. Although I will sling some latte art every now and again. Just you know, they don't have the best like pictures for it, but you know, just a little bit. Sometimes I'll draw
bring like
bear.
a custom picture that's like contoured to your hand and has like fire flame design on it.
I haven't gone that far yet. I'm not like really dialing in. I do. There are people, they go, "Oh, Jesse, you're making coffee here." I go, "Absolutely. I love to serve you. Don't let this necessarily be a reflection on what you're getting at Northtown."
You should get a shirt that says "Not Northtown."
Not Northtown,
that you only wear when you're serving at church.
We're here. We're providing a service.
Who's your competition? Get a shirt that says your competition's name on it.
I'm only wearing Mac Daddy shirts.
Yeah, get a Mac Daddy shirt and like make sure it's very clear to people. Hey, I'm Jesse from Mac Daddy. Please enjoy this crappy cup of coffee.
I will say, well, Ben, you had something.
Well, it's funny every week. So you have the coffee thing, but then also Jeff is aware that he doesn't listen, but he's aware that I do this podcast.
It exists.
It exists. Yeah. And
hey,
he always asks Jesse for input, like, "Hey man, like, will you give me some tips on podcasting?" And then I said, "Jeff, our Stone podcast gets way more views than New Way."
You go. You announce New Way Stories from the platform, and I'll give you tips.
Yeah. If anything, Jeff, you should be telling us.
Here's the thing about that. I need to actually listen to the Stone Church pod. It's such a completely different
in
thing.
The room that we are in right now.
Although we're recording in the same spot, there's probably like 3 or 4 styles of podcasts that you can have, and they're all vastly different from each other. And to do them well, each of them well, it really is you have to have the exact opposite skill set for each one, right? Like what Stone Church is doing is they're doing a devotional, educational podcast. We're doing comedy, not very much structure, like a little structure, but there is structure, but there's not the appearance of structure, if that makes sense.
Like every week when I set up in here, there are papers of Jeff's notes, and I throw them away every week because he just leaves it here. But like Jesse's never
an effigy.
Ben will clean up after me.
Yeah. In front of a shrine to his face.
That is where the Stone Church Pod and New Way Stories can meet. They go, well, Ben will clean up our mess. But then you've got
we should have Jeff on the podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. No?
I guess he's Ben's boss, so maybe that's not a win.
Well,
Jeff, if you're listening to this, Ben is shaking his head vigorously. No, he's always saying he doesn't want to spend
There
more time.
are some like spiritual sort of combos that I want to have, and we've talked about this before, but like the difference between selfishness and self-care, right? Mm-hmm. That's like a pretty big one.
So it'd be great to have Jeff talk about selfishness.
Yeah, right. That's
stay in your lane, selfish Jeff. That's what they call you. That's what the volunteers all call you.
That's what they call you behind your back. No, that's selfish not true at
Jeff.
all. Well, we're not allowed to say it on the air what we call him, but I'm just kidding. Listen, the main...
Bleep this out, Ben. We call him beep, beep.
One of the main reasons...
All the way up the beep. And so we would just make sure if he doesn't beep, beep, and then it goes around and around his beep. And that's why that. He's always letting his beep out.
And that's why Kate and I chose to go to Stone. That's... Pastor Jeff, it was one of the main reasons we chose to come back to Stone when we moved back to Yakima.
Dude, everyone loves him. And I love Pastor Jeff. I don't know him well, but I see him at church stuff, like pastor stuff. Yeah. And he's really cool.
He's the greatest guy.
I really look up to him.
Yeah. My favorite thing about him is he drives the littlest, crappiest car, and it's so funny.
He's like 6'4".
Yeah,
he needs an SUV.
He's not popping up on pastors and sneakers or whatever.
No. He has like 4 outfits. All of them his wife's picked out. He had an old Honda that he gave to his daughter and then bought another old Buick from his like dad or something.
All right.
That's my favorite part about him.
That's adorable.
So we love Jeff. Jeff, come on our podcast, promote us from the Stone Church stage.
Yeah.
Or else.
We'll burn this room to the ground.
I want to let you guys in on something very fun that I found this last week. and this is a shout out to Yak Comics, the new comic book shop in Yakima. Mm-hmm. And listen, I know if you're on...
Comics.
Comics. Yakima Comics. Comics.
My bad.
But it's like, comics. But
comics. Well,
comics. Yakamix. Yakamix. I'm a Yakamixian.
I believe they're called Yakamexicans. I believe that is the official term for people from Yakima.
My favorite thing about a Mexican-owned business is when they just add Mex at the end of whatever it is.
Yeah.
But when I do it, it's inappropriate. And
well, I was going to say, this is not that. And so it's really just cultural appropriation.
After I beat somebody up, I always go, that was a butt whooping Mex.
So I'm flipping through.
And they're like, that feels insensitive.
I'm flipping through the Dollar Bin comic books because that's what I enjoy. I enjoy finding treasures and I enjoy the hunt. And I have a theory. This is kind of what we're talking about today. Evolutionarily speaking, we're talking about hunting and providing for our families because that's what you have to do to survive.
Yeah.
But what does that look like in today's age? And hint, estate sales and yard sales are that. So listen. I've got a thing. But I'm flipping through and I see
I'm out here hunting for deals.
I see this comic book called Mr. T and the T-Force.
I'm hunting for deals and gathering up gossip.
And I was vaguely aware of Mr. T and the T-Force, right? It's a comic book that came out in 1993. It's like a 12-issue run. And this was issue number 6. And I go, you know what? Yeah, I think I do need to buy this. For $1, I need to buy Mr. T and the T-Force. And he goes,
heck yeah.
Are you into, like, there's this other, like, late 80s, early 90s comic book publisher called Now Comics, and they do movie adaptations, and they have like a Terminator run before T2 came out. Some fun stuff. And I don't know how they went under, right? The Universal Soldier #1 that I showed you, that's Next Comics, right? It's like, or Now Comics. I mean, how did they go under? Well,
Next Comics is what bought them out.
Yeah.
And then Future Comics bought out Next Comics.
Yes. And
now, then Paradox Comics bought out Future Comics.
And now they're all bankrupt. But he goes, I've got something that I would love to sell you for $1, and I think you would appreciate it. He goes, let me see.
He pulls out a bag of white powder.
He goes, so this is Mr. T and the T-Force. This is a folder that came in 1993 of retailers, right? They go, hey, we've got Mr. T and the T-Force coming. Here's a big promotional package that we're going to get some excitement. The guy who drew this is Neil Adams, who is like kind of a legend in the comic book world. Like Neil Adams' Batman is like super valuable. So they're like, we've got all the heavy hitters. They're drawing Mr. T and the T-Force, right? It's crazy. Like Steve Ditko with that Chuck Norris book that I showed you.
That's crazy. That's still wild. For those of you who don't read a lot of comic books, Steve Ditko, extremely famous Golden Age comic artist.
Spider-Man, maybe you've heard of him. And amongst others. So anyway, but then inside of the thing is this Mr. T signed #1 issue. That's a 5,000 of 10,000. Listen,
it's only worth $1.
Mr. T. No. I looked it up on eBay. It's going for $80 right now.
Oh wow!
Oh my gosh!
So
for all the T heads out there,
what a great. If you can't write, and I don't want to like make any assumptions on Mr. T, but I pity the fool who has a long name that you have to sign 10,000 books. I feel like this is when he changed it. They go, hey, we got this comic book. You need to sign your name 10,000 times. He goes, let's call me Mr. T.
How about Squiggle T?
Squiggle T.
Before you said pity the fool, I was just thinking, like I said, T heads, and I was thinking how funny like a Mr. T community forum would be. Like they're all online in community forum, they're all a fan club, but they have to be getting older. And so I was like, there's got to be a running thread in the Mr. T fan club community forum.
Yeah.
That's like recently deceased members of the community. And the thread is called Pity the Fool.
I got it.
I mean, so if you don't know who Mr. T is, by the way, Ben, did you know who Mr. T was?
Yes.
Okay, I can't remember.
It's also a group of people who are constantly going to Foo Fighters concerts. That thread's called Pity the Foo Fighters. Lots of plays on Pity the Foo.
Mr. T is this like kind of cultural phenomenon. He was a bouncer in Chicago. He won like a amateur bodybuilding contest and caught the attention of the WWF. And so then he was a wrestler along with Hulk Hogan and stuff. And then he got his big break with Rocky 3, where he played the bad guy, Clubba Lang. Hulk Hogan made his appearance, RIP. And so, but then he was like on the show, the A-Team. He's, big muscular black dude with a mohawk and these gold chains and feather earrings. It's like a thing, right? And so the more and more I look into this, one, it's so hilarious to me. One, I just also I love picturing Mr. T having to sign 10,000 comic books just in a room, like like angry the whole time.
That is a lot of work.
It's crazy. But
I beat up Rocky. I beat up wrestlers. The thing that got me the worst. My number one foe, Carpal motherfucking Tunnel.
Carpal Tunnel is real. There's these catchphrases, like these 80s and 90s like catchphrases. It's great in movies. It's great in comic books. But it's like one of the issues is called Easy Prey, and he's just lighting a dude up like uppercut style.
Yeah, but it's a play on words because the guy that he's uppercutting off the ground is a father at he's a priest.
Easy
Prey.
The catchphrase is like on one of the issues is finally a superhero with muscles. Like there's not a superhero with, and you're coming out of the 80s.
I love that.
Where there's an entire film genre based on superheroes that their superpower is they have muscles. Schwarzenegger, Stallone, like the only superpower these guys have is that they are stronger than everybody else.
Bro, there's moments like, because people talk about Sylvester Stallone using steroids, and obviously he does now. Like he's older and he's jacked.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't remember him looking like roided out in Rocky.
No.
And then I saw someone post a still from Rambo 3 the other day, and he looks just so alienly weird.
Okay.
Everything on his body completely waxed, covered in oil. His skin is red.
Now, I don't know exactly if I would say he's very well toned, right? In that, especially the shot that you're talking about. I think you're talking about number 2 when they put him up on the
No, it was a shot of him. It was not that shot.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
What was the shot?
He's literally just like standing there holding something. I think it's the one maybe where he's holding that giant saw gun.
Gotcha.
Like the
big M60. So, there's a famous scene in number 2 where they put him up on, they stretch him out and he's shirtless and they're going to torture him, right? Yeah. So I was listening to this, to his personal trainer, and he's like, hey, I've got this scene coming up. And he went to his personal trainer 7 months in advance and was like, what can we do? We got to make everything as toned as possible because I'm going to have this sick close up. So steroids might have been involved during that time.
They were definitely involved.
But he was very intentional. We're working these muscles. What are we doing?
Yes.
So funny.
No, we don't have to talk about steroids today, but that's what couple misconceptions about steroids are. Some people think only ginormous freaks take steroids. No. Most of the most muscular guys in your gym you go to are taking PEDs. The guys who are the top 10% of the biggest, strongest guys in the gym, most of them are on PEDs. The second misconception is it's easy to look like a freak if you're on steroids. That's also a misconception. They look huge like that because of extremely hard work and PEDs.
And PEDs.
You could do the extremely hard work and not look like that. But you would also just take the PEDs and not look like that either. It's a ton of hard work. Anyway.
So anyway, I saw that, and this is right in the wheelhouse of what I want to collect. I mean, this is, and I'll probably, once I find the Mr. T-Force number 1 normal, I'll probably sell this one and and make the cool, $79 profit.
That's genius.
But I was pretty pumped.
Make sure you're not shipping it too far away.
Well, eBay, I make them pay for the shipping.
Nice.
Yeah. So I saw it. I was like, this is incredible. And you're right. Possibly in Yakima, I am the person that will most appreciate this. Mm-hmm. You were correct in it.
That's pretty cool.
This is a little bit sad. And then we'll get into more fun stuff. But my dad, we've talked about it. He's diagnosed with dementia, and it's getting worse and worse, and like really can't even like string solid sentences together like to have a meaningful conversation. But he's reverting back to like childhood a lot. He watches just Gunsmoke incessantly.
Ben, do you have dementia?
No, my father.
Sorry, as Jesse was describing this, I was like, gosh, these symptoms sound so similar to Ben.
So he reverting back to childhood, and my dad's obsessed with the A Team, right? As a kid.
Ben's mom, I love Ben. Ben's mom, please don't murder me. I love Ben. I don't want to get hit with a chancla.
There's just something that flashes in and out of the screen.
It's like a batarang, but it's a sandal.
So I was like telling my dad about this. I was like, Mr. T, I was like, the A Team, you remember that, right? And he's like, yeah, totally. And I was like, Mr. T's character name in the A Team is like, I don't. I was like, oh, this is real. This is. It's like when he couldn't read the clock or like sign his name. I was like, that's normal old people stuff. But not knowing.
Classic Scott.
Classic Big Dog. But not knowing B.A. Baracus from the A Team, I was like, oh boy, we're going to have to call the nursing home pretty soon.
Jesse, that's a big bummer, dude. I know that you don't want to get deep into it, but man,
it is a big bummer, man. It's a big
really
bummer,
sorry.
And especially how fast it has gone over a year. Like there was like a 6-month period where it was like socially awkward stuff where you go, that's just Big Dog being weird Big Dog. But then you're like, oh, actually there's like stuff that's more than just him not getting a social situation. And then once we found that out, it was like super, super fast to the point now, like my mom can't really be like gone for like more than an hour, and he like can't understand stuff. It's not great.
Really quick, just worth, and I'm sure you want to move on, but really quick, it's just worth saying. It's really hard because like when you lose a parent, you have to mourn them. But it's really hard to mourn somebody, to mourn all the little things at once. And it's not really something that usually you have to go through. Even like, it's not like we're young, you're 35, but still it's not really something that a 35-year-old normally has to go through. So I'm sorry that it's like complicated because you have to mourn this thing and then you mourn this thing and then you mourn. And it's like, when am I going to stop mourning? And then eventually at some point in time, our parents pass away and then you have to re-mourn all that. So I'm just really sorry, and I love you, and I know that you don't want to like get all emotional about it, but I really appreciate you sharing. And Jesus says, like, the promise of Jesus is really cool in the midst of that, because Jesus says, blessed are those who mourn because they'll be comforted, which is not a fun promise from God at all, but it's a beautiful thing that
it is like
mourning, we get to be comforted.
Mourning should be a part of life, right? And Kate and I have kind of talked about this too, especially with my grandparents also going through like a tough time. And there's this like, it's kind of hard because my grandma was telling me about this like Chinese doctor. She didn't use that word. No, I'm just kidding. But
she said the name of the doctor. You're the racist.
He was like, my father went through this and then he died and it was okay. And she was like, that's not what you want to hear from your doctor. And I was like, I get it. You don't want to hear that. But also, like, death is a part of life. And it is, like, it's a very hard thing, but it also is, like, an okay thing, right? Like, Grandpa Roberts has been on the earth for 80-plus years and blessed a lot of people. And, like, not, I was, like, having a conversation with him that I was like, our faith believes that he's going to go to heaven and get to hang out with Jesus. And he loves telling jokes. He loves being witty, and in his mind he's still witty, but the stroke makes it to where he can't like, or like in his mind, he has the joke. He
has the joke, but he can't
say it. And it's really hard for him.
Yeah.
And I was like, it is a really sad thing to like let you go, but also like how pumped are we going to be like that you get to like hang out with Jesus and like tell jokes and like riff with the Son of God. Like that's amazing, right? He has to admit to Jesus that he stole most of those jokes from Reader's Digest, but like, but that's okay too.
Jesus is gonna say, "I know," and they're still funny.
I know, and I still love you. But it's I don't know. It's
Ron's gonna be like, I don't apologize for any of those. I'll repent for everything else, but I refuse to ask for forgiveness for those jokes.
Jesus. I've been sitting on this one for a while. Sandy didn't want me to tell it, but I think you'll appreciate it.
Real quick,
a Chinese guy, a black Jesus is like, Ron.
You're going to want to tell that down there.
Jesus is like, I'm only allowed to tell jokes about Arab people because I'm Arab.
Because
he's not. He's Semitic.
Darius,
it's all Semitics. Okay, last thing. I was giving my grandma. I can say this confidently because they don't listen to this. But my grandma was like, "Hey, can you mail this stuff away for me?" It's like, "Yeah, absolutely." And so I was just flipping through to make sure it all had stamps and whatever. But she gives like 2 or 3 envelopes to like TBN stuff, right? Classic old lady Christian stuff. But one was to like support the nation of Israel, right? And I was like, "This is great, cool." This is a thing. But the stamp on it was on the reusable envelope said like, "For needy Jews." I was like, I understand what you're trying to say. That like, this is for Jewish people who are in need, and I'm sending you help. But the stamp of "for needy Jews," I was like, that sounds, maybe it's Semitics, maybe it's not, but it sounds bad.
I had to step away from that one.
It sounds like a girl who lives in New York and she's become callous because she's had a few bad dating experiences. And she says, "I'm just done dating all these needy Jews, okay?" Like, it sounds like the envelope is going to Woody Allen. I just can't tell you. Like, no one's ever listening to me.
Listen, it's, hey, we love her, and we're just all trying to get through this crazy world.
And we love
Lord,
the Jews.
Thank you so much for the needy Jews. And
I just pray that you would. It's even at that, Jesus is like, I'd use the full word next time. He's like listening to prayers, like, whoa.
Actually, Jesus saw that envelope and he was like, "Oh, I thought I was the only person that said that." God was like, "Jesus, you're going to go get crucified." He's like, "For all these freaking needy Jews,
and Gentiles, both of them."
All right,
okay. The Roman Catholics will be happy that my impression of Jesus sounds Italian.
Okay, so were we going to talk about anything more specific in that?
No, it's not. No. I was going to ask Darius to do the Chinese doctor.
Well, no.
I've got it.
I'll cut it
up. Excuse me. Yeah, you can come on to the office. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put this stethoscope is going to be a little bit cold.
It's a little cold.
So you're going to want to take a deep breath. All right. And breathe in. And breathe out. Oh, that was a good breath. That reminds me of when I was a child and we would actually go windsurfing on the Yangtze River. Yeah, no, I'm actually native. I'm from China, native Chinese, but I lived here in the States for a long time. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. So
that's perfect. It's
my name is
Right.
Wong.
Here's my.
That's exactly what I wanted.
Here's my theory. Well, before we get into that, I just need to say something really quick. There has been this argument on if Superman used a curse word in a moment of like, surprise or shock or something instead of just repeating it, because he does say it a few times. He says the A word, that's okay. But he's referencing what other characters say. So it's really not a swear. Kate and I rewatched the movie, and just so you guys know, on second watch, just as good. just as bleeping good. It's great.
Did you?
It's a fun movie. And
did you watch it? Did you stream it?
I did stream it. Yes,
I'm excited to stream it.
But Ben holds true that Superman doesn't say the S word, and I thought for sure that I heard it. And I just want to come here and in all humility say I did not hear Superman use the S word. He's playing We Are the Champions right now. If there's one thing we can say about Ben is that he wins in humility.
In grace. Yeah. Yeah.
And we now owe Freddie Mercury's estate $5 million for this song. Now, with that being said, there were some connection issues, and I need to go back to rewatch the full final scene just to make sure. But at first glance, Ben is correct, and I was wrong. And I also want to point out that I don't care that much. I definitely don't care that much. That's
because it still stands.
Congratulations, Ben. You were correct.
It still stands though on a semi-related note that Ewan McGregor's acting in Revenge of the Sith is absolutely the worst part of the entire Star Wars franchise.
Sure.
I'm on such a high right now. That means nothing to me.
Listen, Rylan, I think I talked about this. Rylan from Ray Swiftway, he was like, Ewan McGregor's performance is like one of the most quoted of the Star Wars. And I go, but why is it quoted? You have to you have to like give it. I think he's quoted for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as I was walking away, I was like, you've done that yourself. Listen. Here we go.
That's like saying Ted Bundy was a hero. People are still talking about his accomplishments.
People like him. They think they're drawn to him.
Was he successful? Heck yeah, he was. People won't stop talking about him.
All right. Here's my theory. Here's a little philosophy. Mm-hmm. Back in caveman days, before the supermarket craze.
Yeah.
Whenever that was. People,
I think in the 1650s.
No.
1660s?
Yes. Walmart. Old Walling.
He owned Walmart.
Oh,
you owned Walmart.
Old Wally. I'm forgetting the guy's name who created
Sam
Walmart.
Walton.
Sam Walton. You know that because you're from Arkansas.
I'm from Arkansas.
Which is also from Walmart is from Arkansas, if you didn't know that. Anyway, before the supermarket.
Next time you think Arkansas is trashy, maybe check yourself because Walmart's from Arkansas.
The hunters and gatherers. We've heard this. Mm-hmm. And you had to have hunters and gatherers to provide for the village, to provide for the family. Yes. And for me, I don't know about you guys. Darius knows this about me, and we've talked about Davy Crockett a few times. Yes. I'm a big fan of the Mountain Men and the Pioneers and some opera. Only a little opera. I like Pagliacci the Sad Clown.
Only a little opera.
Only a little opera.
But
I don't really go
we
for
don't
those.
Love Oprah.
I don't go for those tiny binoculars. I've got much larger binoculars than everybody else at the opera.
Pulls the infrared goggles over eyes.
You can make it as dark as you want in the opera house because I've got night vision goggles.
I've got weasel-like vision. People have always said that about me.
You think, actually, my mistake. I said night vision goggles. I do have these goggles because they look cool. I have night vision.
I have night vision. I also have goggles.
That look totally rad.
They are steampunk goggles. I got them from my favorite anime.
There's something about the women wearing horns. I don't know. Opera stereotypes. So you had to do, and there's something about going out hunting, providing for the family. Mm-hmm. Now, along with this comic book thing, and yard sales and flipping stuff. And I don't know, I think that this desire or like drive is in all of us to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But I'm noticing that it is coming out.
Oh, yeah.
In yard sales,
now
antiques.
that you're a puppy. Oh, I thought you meant now that you're about to be a papa.
No. I think, I do.
You feel exactly the same.
Listen, Kate and I have talked about this. I'm like, if at any point you are done being a doctor and I have to go get a real job, I will do that. Like, I understand that I'm living a slight fantasy right now where I don't have to provide. But we could, Like, it's like, hey, life is going to be different, but you don't have to be a doctor if you don't want. Like, you can be a baker or a stay-at-home mom or whatever you want.
You could be a lawyer, Kate. You could be an engineer. You could be a CEO. You have a lot of options.
I will go beg Riley for a job and ask him how to make money, and we'll be fine. We will be fine.
Riley puts his feet up on the table and says, these bunions aren't going to massage themselves, Jess.
We all got to start somewhere, Roberts.
Roberts.
It's probably my worst Riley impression that I've thrown out.
Oh, from now on, that is Riley's voice in my head. Riley, we love you. And your bunions.
So, listen, we don't know if he's got bunions.
He's got bunions. Whoa. If ever I've seen a man with bunions.
It's his family nickname is Paul Bunions. He's got the blue ox and everything. So hunter and gatherers, and I don't know, man. I was thinking about it. I was like, I think there's something about wanting to go out and hunt for the deal that is turn $1 into $80, or even a smaller comic book. I bought this Johnny Quest comic book because I thought it was cool, but it's like I didn't even really notice it. It's art by like another main dude, and like it's a random Johnny Quest #3 from Comico Comics, selling for $10.
That's cool
on eBay, right? It's like bought it for $1, sell it for $10.
Yeah.
I sold Mary Kate and Ashley VHSs this week. I sold a Parent Trap and Princess Diaries VHSs this week. Not a lot of money.
How much?
Not a lot of money. For the Mary Kate and Ashley lot, I made about $6, and for the other two after the fees, I made a whopping $2.50. But it's more than if you were to throw them away.
That's true.
And people told me VHSs aren't worth anything, and I said, well, let me just take a picture of this and put it on eBay.
Well, tell that to my savings account that's been completely emptied to buy VHS.
So this is what I'm trying to tell Kate. I go, you can quit your job anytime you want. I got the market cornered on Mary Kate and Ashley VHS.
Top prize, actual Mary Kate and Ashley.
But what is that? Am I onto something? Is there an actual like evolutionary drive? Is it just because I'm a weirdo? Do you guys see this in any sort of... I think I'm answering the question myself, but I think that like entrepreneurship and like guys, when they like put too much into their job rather than like their families or whatever, I do think that there's this like, in the modern world especially, you go, well, I got to go provide for my family. I think that there's that drive. Yeah. Right?
Like literally scientifically, testosterone heightens your levels of aggression, which is why like in the workplace, we do see it is a explanation. Can't say whether it's completely causal or not, but it's an explanation for like why in the workplace do we see men who more aggressively pursue advancement in their career. Like a lot of it is because they have a lot of testosterone. We're like wired to. So I do. Obviously, there's, I'm not an entrepreneur at all.
That's not necessarily true, though. I think. Well, I guess
technically I am an entrepreneur.
It is. I was going to say it is. There's a lot of entrepreneurship.
Yeah, no, that's true.
In pastoring.
That's 100% true. That's really weird. That's actually 100% true. I've just never seen myself that way.
Well, I was going to say it's very hard because, you have similar goals as an entrepreneur would or a business owner would.
Yeah.
But you have to frame it differently.
Totally.
Because you don't want to be an evil empire guy that's or a cult leader that's amassing these followers.
Yeah.
But like on a Sunday
Getting
morning,
money
you would
for all
like
the needy Jews.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but on a Sunday morning, you would like to amass all of these followers that pay you money to continue to do the thing.
I want to help the needy Jews as much as possible.
Yeah. And again, and the needy Gentiles.
needy Gentiles.
We don't want to leave anybody out.
No. Well.
But there is a drive to it, and I do like. I wasn't necessarily thinking about gender specific things, but it is interesting. I have talked to a ton of people, especially, and this is not to say that a woman doesn't have a ton
That's
of
what
drive.
I was trying to say. What I was trying to say was when I said I'm not an entrepreneur, what I was trying to lead into was there are tons and tons of women who have accomplished more as pastors than me, church planters than me, and entrepreneurs. And
it's a little embarrassing for you, but it is true. No, like 100%. Like
nothing can beat me in a fight.
Obviously, I think about that too. With like, I watched
Ronda Rousey.
I watched this. Well, I was gonna say I watched this interview with Gina Carano forever ago. Yeah. And she, like, would be this like playful sort of thing on dates where they would like wrestle and guys think that they're like able to get her, but she's like, I'm literally toying with these men.
Yeah,
like
I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. Like she's like, I could destroy you. So it obviously that is the thing, but from like just from a sentiment from Kate's perspective, the idea of not having something sure, like she was very driven to make
for sure
being a doctor happen, and there's like very obvious steps and checkpoints that you go, if I do this will happen, and now that I'm a doctor I have a high salary, right? And I always kind of talk to her about this to make myself feel better, is it like doctors have high salaries and they have high floors. The worst that you're gonna do as a doctor is pretty great. You still are doing. You still
a couple $100,000 a year. Yeah.
But the ceiling, if you're just doing doctor stuff,
it's actually not crazy high.
The difference is not that much.
Yeah. It's a small level.
An entrepreneur, you've got Jeff Bezos, who's making a few dollars, and you've got homeless people.
Yeah.
And those are the two. Like,
the floor,
very low floor.
The floor is the bottom.
The floor is the bottom.
And the ceiling is like the edge of the known universe. Yeah.
And even not that, because you go, it's only unknown because I haven't gone there yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes. The ceiling is infinite and the floor is nothing. The floor is you have nothing. So, the ceiling is, it's interesting.
And that, I don't care about that. Like, it's kind of exciting to me.
Yeah.
That, like, if I have to go get it, I will. Capitalism, right, Ben? If I have to go get it, I will. 3. And obviously, I'm trying to do something a little different with Northtown, and I have the benefit of doing it the way that I'm doing it right now because of Kate's drive and dedication, right?
Yeah.
Like,
right.
That's
otherwise you might have to like have a second job.
Right. Yeah. Or like,
and you can't do this pod anymore.
Or only be the one that works the barista hours. Right. Like, I would have to be putting in 80-hour weeks, 40 hours doing a barista, 40 hours doing the other stuff. But right now I'm just doing the like 18 to 22 hours of the other stuff. No, I put in a little more than that. But it excites me. I want to go do that drive. But then kind of the other like thing, Kate is like, I don't want to go to yard sales. Like, that's not fun. I'm like September, Labor Day weekend is coming up. They got the Packwood Flea Market.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go explore and see what treasures. Let's go hunt. And she's like, no, that doesn't sound fun at all.
Well, I'll say, I don't know if that has anything to do with you having a lot more testosterone than me or not. But I know, as in many things, me and Kate are similar, and you and my wife, Brittany, are similar. Where like, I will go with
There's a
Brittany.
chance both Brittany and I have low T.
No, it's a chance of me and Kate have low T. And Yeah. So like, it's funny. I will go with Brittany. I'll spend all day with her at Goodwill, yard sailing. Like if I love her enjoying stuff and I will find a way to enjoy it. And it just makes me happy to be around her when she's enjoying stuff. But I never once have seen a yard sale and for my own benefit thought, I really want to go check that out. Not once. And the idea of buying stuff and reselling it too is exhausting to me.
Yeah.
Like I still haven't freaking sent Ben the thing that he paid for. And he didn't pay me for it, but he paid for the item. And as a friend, I'm going to ship it for him, which is probably me thinking
next time I'm in
about
Yakima
it that way. Like I need to go ship it, but like
I'll pay for the shipping.
The idea of no, it's not the money. It's genuinely, dude, the 30 minutes of my time that I just don't want to go do it. It's not like it's a me thing. I'm really sorry I haven't sent it. It's not a burden. It's just I hate the idea of like these menial tasks.
Yeah.
Like they just don't like Brittany. And whenever they fail, I tell myself like, yep, you were right the whole time. Like Brittany put some stuff up on Facebook Marketplace and there were no bites. And I was like, yep, should have taken it to the dump 6 months ago. Like immediately in my mind.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There is definitely that where while I have sold 6 VHS tapes, I have quite a few more in a bin that are still in the closet or in the garage.
You made $6 off of just selling some Marigate nuts. Like Brittany would be ecstatic if I made $6.
Listen, you feel pretty pumped about it.
And I would say for the 2 hours of work it takes to take pictures of them, post them, and ship them, $3 an hour is it? I'll go get a job at Starbucks. That's always what I say.
So here's the other thing too, is that I do have, especially when I'm like trying to figure it out right now. I'm like, I never really dabbled in eBay. I get free cardboard and packing stuff from like reusing boxes, and I bought these mailers to put the comic books in, but like all the other stuff I'm like reusing, and I have to go buy donuts at the 56 Thriftway for Northtown where I can drop off my items. Like, so I've figured out a way to like kind of do it all within my...
See, even that's amazing to me. That really is amazing to me. And my brain would never work like that.
And then also in the posting sort of thing, Kate's like, it took you like 2 hours, which that's like, if I'm posting like 10 plus items, it takes a few hours. But I'm like doing it while I'm watching TV, like at home. Like I'm not like, I'm slinging these for,
I was going to say, like, you said, like, it's only $3 an hour. When I kind of did that for a while, selling some stuff
like that.
But it's like, I could for the next
you're doing $3 an hour. I'm an idiot. I'm guess.
That's exactly how you sound to me. I was like, I would usually I would do it on the weekends or like when I got home. It's like, I could either sit for an hour and watch TV, or I could just take some pictures of stuff, post it, see if there's any bites.
Yeah.
Like, even if it is $6, it's better than watching another episode of New Girl.
But you can do it while you're watching another episode of New Girl.
That's true.
I think that's like the other thing.
That's the other. I think that like level of multitasking, I am probably not very good at that. I also, like I said, the rush that I get from selling something, the only overwhelming feeling that I have when I get done shipping something is relief that it's over and I don't have to do it anymore.
I
can bypass that by
not ever doing it. And there are trivial menial tasks. Kate and I just had a long discussion that ruined a Saturday about this.
Don't you love those? Don't you love those?
It's funny. I realized, like,
really funny.
She will wake up Saturday and I'm like, I don't want to do anything. I want to watch golf. I want to drink coffee. Like, I want to read a comic book. Like, I don't want to do anything on Saturday. Yeah. But she doesn't want to do anything on Sundays. So she will surprise me.
Because she's following the Lord.
She'll surprise me with Home Depot. Hey, we got to go to Home Depot today. And I'm like, my mind wasn't ready for this. Like, whatever project you want to start, like, that doesn't sound fun to me. But I realized for, like, my entire life, Sundays were my busy day, right?
Yeah.
Like, you wake up, you get to church at 7 or 8 in the morning, you work for the afternoon. You take a couple hours and then you figure out life groups or whatever. And I'm like, well, we're already out. Like, let's go to Home Depot after church. Like, we've gone to church. We're already up and about. And she's like, I want to go to church and I want to do absolutely nothing else on Sunday. So it was kind of funny to have, and it's always after like the 8 hours of the discussion that you go, oh, this is why you're like that. And this is why I'm like this. It's never like in that first moment. But my point is that going to Home Depot is a trivial task that, like, boy, I could never do again in my life, and I would love it. This is where the man part doesn't quite line up. They go, you want to go buy lumber with the boys? I go, no, I would love to pay somebody to do that.
But how many of the boys do I have to pay?
Yeah, but the gaming, I'll pay women too. You know, I'm not. Hey, you want to build a house?
As long as they got a lot of testosterone.
I usually hire women because I can pay them 70% less than the men.
You got a bullet? You wearing a pair of Timberlakes? Yeah, I'll hire you.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'll hire you.
I'm just kidding. I pay everybody their due wage. And I complain about it behind the back and on the
How
air.
come I gotta pay these freaking women 100% of their wages?
100% of what you're doing?
100%. The government doesn't let me keep 100%. I'll tell you that much.
Just a loser, sleazy guy. Like, it just works to have a Bronx accent. Like, I'm sorry.
Bronx.
I don't think you're all like that. I'm sure some of the Bronx bombers are good guys, but
I'm sure there are a lot. What do they do? Like, what accent are they doing when they're like impersonating some jerk?
I mean, I think that they keep the Bronx accent.
It gets more overt. I would love it if they were like, yeah. And so, like, I'm trying to be a feminist, but this guy Joe over here is like, I don't think women should get paid that fair too. Dude. And, that's what he's like, freaking jerk.
Did you ever watch the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, the Tina Fey?
I've only seen 2 episodes of
There's a character who is a construction worker who is a homosexual, and so he's trying to, like, be like the construction worker manly man, and it's really, really funny. He's like, yo, I got my truck painted, and it's like Tilda Swinton. Anyway, it's really funny. But the trivial tasks of, I don't know, I think I do kind of enjoy retail beyond like coffee, because it's like trying to find pricing stuff. Like, I sold the VHS. I was like, girl nostalgia, 1990s, trying to find those buzzwords.
Yeah.
And then I sold it like within like 2 hours of it being on eBay. And I was like, crap, I should have like, I was pumped that I sold it so quickly.
Yeah.
But also I was like, I probably could have put $5 more on that and like gotten away with it.
Well, I do think you should probably, I mean, I don't know anything about this, but I know millennials spend an insane amount of their expendable income on nostalgia.
Yeah.
Because the world that we were promised has sucked real bad.
And
none of the things we were promised.
I do research and stuff and see what has sold on eBay. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. But I am like, I probably could have gotten away with a little bit more. And it could have just been, it was really funny. I sent it to Southern California. I mean, the Mary Kate and Ashley ones were to Southern California, to the other ones to Southern California, to these girls. Yeah. And I was like, that's really funny.
It's all Elizabeth Olsen. She's just buying all of it.
They go, no, you are successful. What was oh man,
I still love you. See, Elizabeth Schmolson just bought a bunch of your stuff on. I should have changed.
Ironically, for the comic books, I've been sending them to like podunk towns, and I'm like, oh, these guys don't have a local comic shop. Yeah. So I'm like sending it to like random Wyoming or South Carolina. That's cool. But anyway, I don't know, man.
Random Wyoming is a great name for a town.
So random, yeah. There's a Normal, Illinois, which is kind of fun.
Ironic, because everybody there is a weirdo.
It's a bunch of weirdos. That's us, NewWayStories, throwing shade at Normal, Illinois.
Normal, Illinois. What you got, Normal, Illinois? How many podcasts are coming out of Normal, Illinois? I double dog dare you.
They did steal Portland's slogan, which I thought was an interesting choice.
Keeping it weird?
Keep normal weird, yeah.
Keep normal weird.
Like keep Portland weird. Never mind.
Yeah, no,
guys.
that's right. You're right. I was just thinking of something witty to say.
They didn't actually steal it. That wasn't a good joke.
No, it was great.
No, listen, you don't have to patronize me.
No, I thought it was super funny.
Yeah, I get it. We've been doing this for about an hour, and it's
you can tell.
Time's up,
and it's fading, and it's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine. You can't. Not all of them can land. I just booked
Jesse's comedy is the Frosty the Snowman of comedies.
I just booked a stand-up gig for it, an over 55 Foursquare ministry. So that's probably going to go really well.
Tell them about the dementia.
Oh,
Talk about the dementia.
The good thing is that most of the 55s will forget about the set later. They can't remember it long enough to write a bad review. They go, it's like Memento when he's like trying to write down the clue. They're like, keep it. You got to keep it. Remember it. Oh, then they get distracted. They go, why was I on this again? Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Nice thing about doing like a dinner show for the over 55 ministry is you'll be done by 4 p.m.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Hunting, gathering, it's interesting. I wanted to try to convince myself that it's in an evolutionary development.
We did not get
that. I like going into yard sales.
But I guess I just like shopping.
But I just like shopping, whatever.
No, I do think you're right. I think that's like the way God designed men in general is for us we're meant to have a drive to go out and provide. I do think that's true.
Yeah. And I like to try to continuously convince myself that everything comic books are manly. Like, no, I'm buying Mr. T comic books. It's the T-Force.
Are you kidding me? Look at how beautiful this guy's abs are. You're saying that I'm not manly for reading this comic book?
Dude.
Look at the contours of his deltoids. What's more manly than me staring at this guy?
We're going to end with this, but there's a Seinfeld episode that is amazing. George goes and gets a massage, and it's a man, and he's like, I don't want to do this. He's very uncomfortable, right? And so then he's getting the massage, and then it's this whole thing of it moved, and there's a question. It's like making him question everything. But then they're in the dentist, like a dentist's office, and they got Evander Holyfield, on the 90s, boxer. He go, Holyfield. And he goes, yeah, you like him? He goes, I don't like him. He goes, got a hell of a body, doesn't he? He goes, I don't know. Why would I know that? He goes, George, what are you doing, man? I don't like him. It's really great. Hey, guys, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Thanks for hanging out with us. Next week, I believe we're going to have a special guest on. His name is John Ralph. We talked horror films a long time ago, early NewWayStories guest. And this time, we're going to talk comedy films, which you would think on the surface is the opposite, but I think there's a lot of carryover, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But we'll also probably talk about Friendship a little bit, and we'll talk about
the movie.
Alien, the new Hulu show.
Yep.
As well.
I need to watch this stuff.
Friendship was great, by the way.
Okay.
I haven't watched Friendship yet.
The first 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I was like, this is my new favorite movie. When the turn happens, it is very anxiety-ridden and stressful, but still very, very funny.
Oh, speaking of Friends,
did you stream it? Did you just rent it?
No, it is now. You can now rent it for like $5 or $6, but my friends who shall not be named illegally put it on
his or her Plex.
Illegally on Minecraft did it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got to say all this stuff so the lawyers can't get you.
Oh,
because we did it on Minecraft.
Oh, Minecraft.
Yeah.
On
my
own craft.
Yeah.
I watched it on an airplane.
I like how you don't get this. Wait. Speaking of friendship.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No. Because a joke for a while is that if I did it in Minecraft, if I did it in a video game, that's when I say, you say these crazy things you did, but I did it in a video game.
In Minecraft. Gotcha.
You did it in a video game.
Gotcha. You're like, what?
It's a code.
You did it in the Oasis, like in Ready Player One.
Yeah.
Like I didn't really do it, but I did it.
Yeah. Like I pirated a movie, but like in Grand Theft Auto.
Right, gotcha.
That
would be a fun thing that you could do. Grand Theft Auto is you could like go pirate movies.
Yeah.
Can you actually do that stuff in Minecraft?
No, that's the joke. It's just like you could really. It's a game that you could do anything.
You can do anything. Gotcha.
So if you say it, they can't prove.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. It's better when I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's most.
That's my bad. That's my bad. That's my bad.
Said, yeah, that's most.
I wanted to bring up one thing before we ended, though. Speaking of friendship, Denton, friend of the pod and also friend in real life, got me this action figure of Bruce Banner.
Whoa.
But what's so funny, it's so generic, it's just Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go, well, he wears purple
Slightly
suit. Does he
muscular
have kind of green pants? No.
It's a grayish, a little.
That'd be interesting if they went the inverse.
Yeah.
But if you make the other toys do something frustrating, he will turn into the Hulk.
But what's kind of lame is they didn't give him like any maybe like a face that like mid transformation Hulk with some green hands and angry head. It's just this.
It's just a fun Mark Ruffalo action figure. A figure. It's not even an action figure.
They should do that for all of the Avengers, especially from Endgame. Well, I guess he would be from Endgame, but just from all the Avengers, it's just Natasha Romanoff, and it's just Scarlett Johansson with like her turtleneck tank top on. Captain America, just him with a plaid shirt.
The Avengers have board meetings too.
Yeah.
It's not all glitz and glamour.
A lot of fans don't get this. A lot of fans in the movie are not giving credit to how much time the Avengers spend doing fiduciary work.
Is he frustrated? Is he holding the bridge of his nose in frustration with that pose? They go, that's it. That's the Hulk. That's the Hulk. You go hand on hip. He's so close to bursting right now.
He's about to, yeah.
You go, man, if the Scarlet Witch leaves one more dirty dish in the sink.
Hulk's so tired of trash bag ripping all the way to can. Exterior trash can should be closer to curb.
All right. That's about it for us, guys. We'll see you next week. Again, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. We will see you next week. Thanks for listening.
Peace.